Hello and welcome to the living room floor of the dollhouse for another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elvers. Now, why are we on the living room floor? You are more than likely wondering to yourself. Well, my friends, the wheel of the zodiac has shifted ever so slightly and taken us from the Libra-Scorpio cusp period of the 48 periods of the zodiac on into the Scorpio I period. So we're down here on the floor to get down to the foundation and find out what that's all about. So let's get into it, shall we? Scorpio I takes place from October 26th on through to November 2nd. The zodiac position is approximately 1 to 11 degrees Scorpio. Its central image is intensity. Its season is mid-fall. Its element is water. Its quality is fixed. Its ruler is the planet Pluto with the co-rulership of the planet Mars. Its symbol is the scorpion, and its mode is feeling. All right, let's dive in with the breakdown for Scorpio I. The Scorpio I period takes intensity as its central image. And according to the grand cycle of life, this period can be likened to the onset of middle age, when the power of an individual begins to fully emerge, and then to peak at some future point in the years of the 50s or early 60s. In the Scorpio I period, the ability to take control and to effectively husband and exert one's powers over their environment and to subdue wayward elements to one's will are manifested. The days which comprise Scorpio I also illustrate the underlying theme of intensity and an accompanying capacity to formulate, guide, and finally transform unpolished materials creatively and efficiently into highly valuable and viable entities. And though biological drives may be lessened or eliminated by this time of life, sexual or romantic expression is not necessarily diminished in importance. Many even report feeling a greater intensity that are more measured and directed and less diffuse or unstable. All right, there's your breakdown of the Scorpio I. Let's dive in with the Scorpio I personality. All right, let's get it. Scorpio I people are very intense, and once they get their teeth into something, they do not easily let go, nor do they specialize in compromise. And although they may be referred to as sunny, Scorpio I's, not usually as dark as others who have been born under this period, are nonetheless attracted to tragedy and know what it is to suffer. And Scorpio I's usually have an immediate feeling for whether someone is likely a friend or a foe, and a general sense of discrimination that stands them in good stead. And they can be quite combative toward their opponents, given no quarter to an argument or a dispute. And yet most of their aggression is unleashed from a defensive posture, and they are smart enough to walk away from confrontations that are senseless or place them at a serious disadvantage. But by the same token, these warriors, men and women alike, rarely waste their energy on lesser opponents. And using their charm with great effect is a characteristic of Scorpio I's. They have an excellent sense of humor, but can sometimes employ it to devastatingly profuse effect at another person's expense. And indeed, those born in Scorpio I make terrible teasers, and if they decide that they want to get under a victim's skin, can be at once unmerciful and unrelenting. Scorpio I's also usually have a very strict code, hopefully moral rather than immoral, it says in parentheticals, to which they adhere. They are very interested in motives and often deeming it more important to know why something was done rather than judging an endeavor or an action by its outcome alone. Thus, a false move will be forgiven by a Scorpio I more readily than an impure motive. And Scorpio I's scorn petty or underhanded actions and despise success achieved through deceit. And furthermore, they show little interest in apologies and excuses, unless truly sincere and not overly frequent. Where work is concerned, those born in this period tend to be unimpressed by quantity alone, focusing on the quality of services and products. And in like manner, they themselves are capable of working very slowly for long periods of time in order to achieve their ends. All right, that's been the Scorpio I personality. Let's dive in with some advice. All right. Supply the same constancy you expect from others, but also be less hard on yourself when it comes to mistakes. And if at all possible, try to both forgive and forget. Leave excess baggage behind. The injuries of the past can be too heavy for anyone to bear, even you. All right, that's the advice, and let's take us out with some Scorpio I notables. You have Hillary Rodham Clinton, Francois Mitterrand, Sylvia Plath, Theodore Roosevelt, Julia Roberts, Jonas Salk, Fanny Brice. We also have Grace Slick, Christopher Columbus, Ethel Waters, John Keats, Naomi Mitchison, Alexander Alekhine, Marie Antoinette, and Benvenuto Cellini. And that has been the Scorpio I period of the 48 periods of the zodiac from The Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers. Hopefully you took something from this breakdown, regardless of whether or not it was your sign or not. And I hope to see you for your birthday reading itself there, if you found this interesting. Any event, take care of yourselves. And like I said, hope to see you for your birthday readings. Take care.